Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dream Team Tonic podcast, episode 12 of season 2. I'm Tony, with me as usual. Ben, are you there, Ben?
How are you doing?
All good, mate. James, are you there?
I'm here, Tony.
Brilliant. So, bit of a strange week. No Brazilians and all that. But we'll get onto that a little bit later on. Let's delve straight into my team. It's been a weird one of people missing out and a bit of pep roulette, two-shell tombola. So Mendy in the net, 8 points. He had a great game, didn't he? Mendy made about 3 or 4 cracking saves. How Chelsea didn't concede was unreal. I think I said to Dan Cox before the game, I expected Chelsea to concede. Brentford, decent side, good football inside. And I think Mbeumo hit the post twice. Very, very fortuitous clean sheet for Chelsea, but we'll take it. That's quite only 5 points. Rudiger didn't make the pitch. Injury from Germany. We're not too sure how severe that is at the minute. Nelson Semedo for Wolves, who had a cracking turnaround against Villa last 10 minutes. Unbelievable. That is... I mean, it's sickening at the best of times, isn't it? As a football fan, you look 2-0 up. As a Rovers fan, I know 2-0 up at half time, 2-2 we ended up. But last 10 minutes to concede 3 against your rivals, that's got to hurt.
Crazy.
My mate was at the game, Wolves fan. He was loving it. He showed me the video at the end. It's going mental.
Brilliant.
Scenes.
Yeah, when you're on the right side of them, they're unbelievable. But oh God, that's a sickener. Absolute sickener for Villa. But yeah, that's football. That's why we watch it. That's why we love it. -1 for Semedo.
Yeah, lucky he only got -1. I would have thought it'd be like a -2 or something. I guess he got another point.
Well, he must have snuck something from somewhere.
Yeah.
Fernandes, 2 points. Got an assist in it for United. Mahrez, 3.7 rating. Steady away. At least he played this week. Benrahma today didn't do too much. 0 points. Kev De Bruyne is back. Steady. Picking up the points. Another 8 points and a goal for De Bruyne. The King, Mo Salah. What else is there to say about him this season so far? He's unbelievable. And do you know what? I think we're going to touch on it a little bit later. In the top 1K, he's only about 30% owned. It's absolutely crazy.
Oh, wow. That is something.
Which, it doesn't seem believable to me, but we'll touch on that. Just double check that, Ben, but I'm sure that's how it is. Antonio, -1. Played well today. He got in some good positions, but yellow card took his rating down and he didn't manage to get an assist or a goal. And Lukaku, he had probably 1 sniff all game against Brentford, and he blazed it over the top. He should have scored. It was a bit of a sitter.
Loves an offside goal as well, doesn't he? Like Werner.
Yeah, he does. Don't get me on to Werner, but I mean, he looked really good. He had a bit more about him. He weren't getting pushed off the ball as easy as I've seen in recent months and stuff. He looked pretty good. So, and I did stick him in one of my teams as well.
Oh,
I did.
No.
It was my lowest ranked team, but I've put him in.
How much?
I don't even know how much he was. I took out Jesus. Obviously, he weren't playing this week for City because he was a punt as well. Obviously, a low ranked team. Just thought I needed something a little bit different. So in that team, it's now gone Werner and Lukaku up top, who obviously, didn't do much for me, to be fair. But yeah, that's my team. 34 points, hoping that at least doubles in midweek with the European games. But one of them. No transfers left, so it is what it is. I can't really affect anything. But yeah, over to your team, James.
Well, I'm on 45 points. My entire back line had a return this week. So
happy days.
So the following players got me 5 points: Fabianski, James, Diaz, Aspilicueta, and Trent got me 8. I tell you what, I was watching that Chelsea game, going, "Come on, Tuchel, bring on Reece James for the last couple of minutes." I think he came on in like the 88th minute,
Yeah.
and I was literally willing him to come on. I was sat here watching it with my Airbnb guest, and he's a Chelsea fan, and I was saying it. He's got to bring him on. He's got to bring him on. But yeah, so that was good. Nice little cheeky.
There was an injury to Mendy, weren't there? As Reece James were waiting to come on, Mendy were down injured.
Well, yeah, I did worry, and I texted you, didn't I? And I just thinking, oh no,
That'd be typical if they sat Reece James back down and brought a sub-keeper on with the last.
Yeah, turns
last
out
sub.
that Mendy was just killing time, wasn't he? Basically, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Diaz came off the bench as well, didn't he, for you?
Yeah, that was fortunate.
Just need 2 clean sheets there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes a change. I don't recall. I certainly don't think that's happened this season. So I'm quite happy with that. The rest of the teams, not so great. Kevin De Bruyne, he's. I'm glad I've got him. I brought him in early when he came back from injury. He's ticking along nicely. Got Ben Rama, did nothing. Grealish, I'm a little bit worried about Grealish. He's not. He's been trickling along. He's got the most minutes of any Man City midfielder, but you just feel that he might be getting splinters in his arse again. But we'll see. Obviously, got Salah up top, 10 points. Antonio -1, and Lukaku, who did well, as we said earlier, not a lot. Another offside goal again. If Lukaku doesn't score against Norwich, I think people are going to start getting a bit twitchy, aren't they?
I think people
I
will
will
be
be.
twitchy now.
Yeah.
I think it's already twitching, isn't it? I mean, I'm not. He's going to score goals. He's going to score plenty of goals as well. If you know the rules, you take him out, he's going to burn you.
Yeah,
he's going to burn you straight away.
He's going nowhere with those fixtures.
I mean, if you're going to take him out and put in Harry Kane, who's only just scored his first Premier League goal today, who's only been performing against the crap teams in this Conference League. You're going to put in Ronaldo, who, again, he's playing for a shite United team.
You've got the ump with Kane, haven't you?
Well, I have a little bit, but I put him into one team, and obviously he's got a few points today. But today we're against Newcastle as well, so there's going to be a lot of people jumping. Let's get Kane back in and stuff. And I know you stuck by him in a few of your teams, Ben. And fair play, like you've reaped the rewards of that. Did you get a hat trick in the other week with against that
Mura?
Mura team. Is he going to play in the next game against them? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, Lukaku, he will score goals. Your other options are Kane and Ronaldo, really. Or, if they want to go for the proper goal, put Vardy in.
Yes.
And he'll do the business.
What a volley. What a volley.
But yeah, Lukaku's got to stay, hasn't he? You can't be doing the orky-corky with Lukaku.
No, not yet.
No.
But I said, people will get twitchy if he doesn't start scoring.
The fixtures, though, so he has a bad game. He's had a bad game. He did score an offside goal. He didn't have much of a sniff, but then he's got Norwich next.
Yeah.
So it puts your twitches back away, doesn't it?
I think people are scared of his value, though. It's gone down to 6 million now.
It's true.
Kane 7.6. It's 1.6 more.
Yeah. Look, he's going to drop again.
Yeah.
Unless he does something midweek, he's definitely dropping again.
He's got Malmo, surely.
You hope so. You hope so. I mean,
what a run of games.
Yeah. He's one of them. He's a streaky player. He'll go on it. Ben, go on, mate. You've had a cracking week.
I've had a blinder. Come on, I'm back.
I've had a blinder, so let's touch on your team, mate.
Yes, so I've done 3 transfers this week. I don't like using 3 transfers in one go, but I had to do it with Barnes being on the bench and Torres injured. So I've gone Barnes out, Bernardo Silva in, 13-pointer, get in.
Yeah, yeah,
Torres
great
out.
move.
Yeah, Torres out, Mahrez in, 3 points. Bruno Fernandes out. I lost 2 points there, but Kevin De Bruyne scored, so it's 8 points there. Better fixtures than United, so I'm happy with them transfers at the moment.
All 3 players scored.
Yeah,
Like, well, scored points.
yeah, they all
Sorry,
scored points. Yeah,
they all got some back. So
yeah. So, like, my defence isn't very attractive at the moment, but it's got good fixtures. I've got Sanchez in goal. He got me 8 points. Trent got me 8 points. Cresswell got 8 points. Then Reguilon got an assist but conceded 2 goals. So he only got 1 point.
yeah,
Rudiger, I sat on Rudiger because of the fixtures Chelsea have got.
definitely.
And I think he'll be back, hopefully. No one really knows what's happening with him. Just that he was injured away with Germany. Kevin De Bruyne finally back in my team. 8 points, as I said. Mahrez, Silva. Salah, 10 points. What a player. What an assist for the first goal.
Yeah,
And the goal he scored was ridiculous. Messi-esque. Like,
quality. Well, it's the
he's...
same last week, wasn't it, with
Yeah,
against City?
against City,
Well,
yeah.
last game, yeah.
Bloody hell. If he
Amazing.
keeps playing like that, he's got to be Ballon d'Or, top 3, easy.
How did he not get Player of the Month last?
I know,
month?
that was ridiculous.
He's
Yeah.
been unreal, hasn't he, Salah?
Yeah.
He has been unreal.
Yeah. My mate Sir Harry of Kane, 10 points, goal and an assist. I'm surprised he didn't get his normal star man as well with that on
Yeah.
the Dream Team system.
I mean, he probably only touched the ball 3 or 4 times, but he did use it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange one. He usually gets his star man there as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But
And Dombele got it.
he played well in Dumbledore.
Mm.
But then we're talking about Spurs against Newcastle. Newcastle, yeah, they might have all the money now from the Saudis, but they're still second bottom of the league. That team is second bottom of the league, so
Yeah.
you can't really get too excited about the Spurs performance. It's a team that got absolutely hammered off Arsenal, and we know how Arsenal have been playing. Yeah, it's just put it into perspective. It's Newcastle, so I know Spurs do have a good run of fixtures as well, and
That's it.
but they have looked awful. They still even today, like they still look like a team that didn't really have much of an idea. I mean, yeah.
I didn't see the game, lads, but yeah, I was happy to see who's back on the score sheet. Captain in Sky as well.
Dyer put one in his own net in 88th minute.
Yeah.
And I sat there thinking, this is it. Newcastle are going to go and sneak an equaliser here. Obviously, they didn't, but it was a good game to watch. Good game to watch. But again, I think 2 poor sides, to be fair. That made an entertaining game.
Yeah. And the last man on the team sheet is Lukaku, as we've already covered it. Blanked. So hopefully he'll get a hat-trick in midweek against Malmo.
Hopefully, mate.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's only midway through, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you've had a corking start to it, 69 points for a week.
And 100 points this week, hopefully.
Just looking at that, obviously, Sanchez, clean sheet, Cresswell, Alexander-Arnold, Reguilon and Rudiger. You've got one defensive asset from 5 teams there. Going into next month, when you get your transfers back, because obviously you've used all 5 transfers now, are you going to look to put a block in there? Or are you going to play with 2s and 1s?
Well, it's depending on injuries and, like, players can go off the boil, like Mahrez or Silva or something might not play for 4 games. You know what Pep's like. Obviously, if I had 5 transfers now, I'd sort the defence out and I'd probably go block City or Chelsea or something like that. couple of each. But you can't really plan it until you get there. So you obviously got the idea of getting City and Chelsea defenders in, but it's a long way to go.
I was just thinking whether obviously your defence is in your plans then to try and obviously with City and Chelsea's run of games to try and probably put a couple more in there somewhere if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's a cracking week.
About time I had a good week. Yeah, this is gone up to 14k now, and I'm only 26 points off the top 10 of the Dream Team Tonic now. Come on.
Happy days.
Oh, well done. Cool.
Happy days. Where am I sat?
I think Regulon should have got an extra point or two for going over to the crowd and
very impressive. That I must say,
getting the defibrillator and that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I mean Dyer sprinting over. He was fuming, weren't he? Like, what are you pissing around at? I mean, shoot the mic. They've got a mic from the ref to the fourth official, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely that has been relayed quite quick.
Well,
did I not hear that the person's all right? They actually stabilised him in the stand and took him to hospital.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
but I think the bench and the fourth official were the other side of the pitch to give them a little bit of an excuse. But yeah, it did seem to take a little bit longer than I thought. And then
it was only when Dyer run over, weren't it?
Yeah, once he realised he was sprinting, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But, well, hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, to be honest, I was saying this to Mrs. when it were all kicking off and all happening. I don't think there's a much better place to actually collapse than a football field or a football stadium, because obviously with the defibs obviously definitely being there and all the medical staff. So yeah, a fair play to the players. It was pretty impressive, to be honest. So
yeah, they were.
Hopefully all is well there.
Yeah.
Right. On from that as well. It was making me laugh seeing all the Saudi dressed Geordie fans.
Yeah,
pretty funny. I mean, that guy on the camel on the train.
Yeah, hilarious.
That camel outfit. I mean, yeah, brilliant. Love it.
We did something like that when Malaga got taken over by the Qatari owners, and we all dressed up as with the
like shepherds.
Yeah. Well, like Malaga strip versions, though. It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Ben, where are these photos? We need to see them.
Yeah, we'll get them up.
All right, and
there's about
they
50
might accidentally get leaked on Twitter at some point.
There's about 50 of us got off a coach in Malaga, we're all dressed up like Saudi Qataris.
Brilliant. Right, listeners' questions. Got quite a few of these. I mean, I sent the question out the tweet out quite late. I was thinking, we won't get many today, but we actually got a lot to fly through here. Andrew Bruyne, probably a quick one. This one. What's the best way to stop smashing all your transfers in on the first 2 weeks of every month? Right, I've got wrote down here. Andrew, delete the app if that don't work. Because obviously you can use the website. Get your missus to change your password, and once she's changed your password, I mean, you can imagine the fallouts. They're like, no, but I need to make a change. No, you told me to leave it 2 weeks. No, but De Bruyne's injured. No, I mean you could do that, but I reckon that'd end in divorce. Any of you two got suggestions?
Well, I was thinking, self-discipline, young Padawan. Bad choices you are making.
He's back.
Bad choices you are making, yes. Make sure you listen to every pod so you don't need to remove 5 players at the start of each month. It's obvious.
He was saying Tony did it.
Yeah. It's not a mini wild card. Don't change your full team.
That's what it feels like.
You got to just try and use a couple of transfers on the priorities and then keep a couple back for injuries. I think you've still got one left, haven't you, James?
I do still have one left, yeah.
In this team, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of my teams, I've got one.
Yeah.
I think about
I have as
six
well.
or seven teams. I've got one
Yeah, but-
just for an emergency. But I did spunk most of them because the trouble was with this month was that City's, not just City's, but Chelsea's fixtures turned as well,
Yeah.
more or less at the same time. And I think that meant if you didn't have heavy City, which we didn't because a lot of us started with Spurs and a few other teams that needed tidying up. So like going with the fixtures, I think it meant that there were quite a lot of subs to make. And then De Bruyne coming back from injury, Foden coming back from injuries meant, and then Torres getting injured. There's been a lot of. It's been quite volatile.
Yeah.
That's the word. So, I mean, using all five might not have been the worst thing. It's quite a short month anyway, with the international break.
Tell you what, that was a hard Saturday afternoon for me, doing all them transfers. Well, I'm babysitting my daughter, changing nappies, feeding her, and my missus out getting her hair cut.
Like shopping, mate.
Absolutely not. Last minute changes. I didn't even get to post anything on Twitter, like team reveals or anything. Just couldn't get on Twitter. I just had to do my team nightmare.
Well, some things come first, don't they, mate?
Never again.
Yeah, that's
not on
it.
a Saturday afternoon.
Haircut, you have to book it in for a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, spunking your transfers early, sometimes it can work. Sometimes you can be sat there pretty. But
yeah,
best way is to change your password, mate. Get someone else to change your password anyway. You're not making any transfers then. Right. Britain, New York, Steve Cheek. This is a question for you. If overnight football was banned worldwide and you had to play and podcast on a different fantasy sport, what sport would you choose and why? Keep it going, lads. Loving it every week. Who's going for this first? Me? Go on. Right. For me, no.
Oh, God.
Not for me, no.
For me, no.
For me,
on fire.
It's 2020 cricket. I do a little bit on the fan team. I enter a few of their little tournaments on there, which is quite good fun. But without football, I mean, what's life really? Really, I mean, I'd struggle with that, Steve. I really would. I don't know what I'd do. Cricket, T20 cricket's probably quite close to football in that sense. I do like a bit of rugby, but I don't know enough about it. So yeah, Steve, football's the way, mate. And if they did ban it, well, there'd have to be an uprising across the world to bring it back. What do you reckon, Ben?
I don't like any other sports apart from football, so
Happy days. Loyalty, that's loyalty.
The only thing I'd probably be able to podcast on is pool. I used to play pool a bit for a few teams and that, but I never really watched the pool on the telly. So, nah, yeah. I probably won't do any other sport.
Scrape and barrel, aren't we?
Yeah. About you, James?
There are other sports.
That's a good question.
I did fantasy Formula One many years ago at an old workplace, and that was all right. I'm not sure I'd want to pod about it, but if I had to pod about another sport, it'd be Formula One.
Happy days. Pick Mercedes. Pick Lewis Hamilton. You good?
Well, it's not. You have budgets, though, Tony. That's the trouble. So you have to.
True.
You've got to pick some of the lower ranked drivers. So it's not as easy as that, I'm afraid.
That's it. Get Smasher Verstappen in. He'll sort it out. But yeah, like I say, we're scraping barrel F1. Yeah. Right. Moving on. Lee Hooper. It's been a while since any of his team has last scored a goal. It's going downhill fast. How early in the game is too early to push the panic button? He's now well over 100 points behind in his mini league. And regarding scoring a goal, he's Salah aside. The rest couldn't hit a barn door with a shovel at the ball. Surely Big Rommy's going to fire in the next few fixtures. 100 points behind this stage, it's early, in it? Very, very early.
Yeah, nothing that.
Catchable, innit? Yeah. Easily.
Couple of hat tricks and you're flying.
Yeah, I think you just got to stick to what you're doing. Like if you're doing the right things, you're picking the players you believe the best fixtures and have the best chance of getting the best outcomes in that month. You gotta stick with it and just let it roll. It's been a weird month, I'd say, over the last few weeks for a lot of the big players across a lot of big fantasy football formats. It swings and roundabouts. It changes. 100 points, you'll catch that up. You'll catch that up if you do the right things over the next few months. Easily. What do you reckon, James?
Well, I mean, he's asking about Big Ron. Big Ron is surely he's going to fire. I'm convinced Lukaku will get in the goals in the coming fixtures. If you look at his record, he's a flat track bully.
Yeah.
He's got Norwich, Southampton, Newcastle, and Burnley coming up. Surely he will get some goals against those sides.
Got to. I think
Yeah,
he's got to.
it's about time Chelsea dispatched a team, just sort of 3 or 4 nil, isn't it? That they haven't been beaten sides like Liverpool and Man City have with lots of goals. I think they've got a 3-0. There must be a 3-0 in there somewhere, and I could see a hat trick from Lukaku coming in one of those fixtures, no problem.
It's coming.
And it's one of them as well. So obviously you're dropping off, you're 100 points behind or whatever. You've got Rom in your team. He's probably going to, unless he does something midweek against Malmo, he's going to drop in value. I mean, you'll see a lot of people jump away from him. Probably people in your mini league jump away from him because of his slight downturn in fortunes, and then that's where it becomes a bit of a differential for you. And he goes and scores an hat trick, and you absolutely jump up the leagues. It's one of them. You play the fixtures, play the players, and you put the right people in the right time. It'll come good. And then fixtures, like James just said, there's 4 fixtures there. He should be absolutely filling his boots. And if he doesn't, it's not through. It's not through like lack of knowledge, or it's just bad luck. I mean, yeah. What else can you do? What else can you do if he doesn't score in them games? Fergie's apprentice. Here's one for you, James. Should we jump on the Liverpool forward line, i.e., take Ronaldo out for Mane? Top 3 and then the top 3 players you would each be looking to bring in next month. Keep up the great work.
Cheers, Fergie's apprentice. Much appreciated. Well, Mane is ticking along nicely. He's got 48 points now. Nothing stellar, but better than a lot of other strikers at the moment. If you look at the form table.
Yeah.
What about Liverpool's other striker, Tony?
For me,
No.
Yeah, nice little hat trick for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Nice
return. He was lucky. I think he was a bit. I mean, a lot of there was a couple of tap-ins there.
Yeah, it was.
He's not going to suddenly be doing that every week.
He's not usually there for them, though, is he?
He's not. No, he's normally. I was surprising that he was getting right in the box there and getting those tap-ins.
That's where you see Jota, isn't it? That's where you see Jota sat. He'll pick them up. Because Firmino, obviously, half of his game is dropping off, dropping deep, making the linking play.
Yeah,
you never see him scoring them. So
it was strange. Yeah, I've never seen it. I don't know whether that's a one-off or whether he's been told, you're getting a bit older, hang around that penalty spot, and that's where I want to see you. It might be an instruction from the coaching staff for him to change his game slightly. Who knows? But one to keep an eye on. I wouldn't be bringing him in just yet if I was you guys.
No.
I noticed Kane's got some nice fixtures coming up this month, as we said, and in November to continue answering the question. I think KDB is starting to get back on form after his layoff. So he would be one of my 3 players. I'm expecting big things from Cancelo going forward, assuming he doesn't get rotated too much with Zinchenko. So I would go possibly for November, Kane, KDB, Cancelo.
Yeah.
Not that probably quite obvious players, but there you go.
Yeah, go on, Ben.
Yeah, I think he's trying a bit of that voodoo technique that you did last week, James. about taking out Ronaldo and putting Mane in? Because I think he's a bit scared of Liverpool next week. Play United.
Oh yeah, well he should be with after their performance this weekend. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ollie's job's on the line, isn't it? I reckon.
Hold on, we called it on the last pod anyway. I said this is the return of Leicester.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I said they're going to turn United over. Like Leicester are a better side than United. Simple. United.
Say so,
Honestly, United. You can have. They've got all the players. They all get excited. They sign Varane. They sign Sancho. They sign Ronaldo. But I mean, they're just missing something. United. I don't know. Pogba annoys me. When you're watching the United side, they're just trying to force Pogba into a position where they can get him on the pitch, and I don't know. I don't know. Leicester a better side.
What were the crowd chanting during that game, Ben? About the defence?
About the defence.
Yeah, the Maguire and
Soyuncu.
Soyuncu.
They always sing it. They sing Harry Maguire. Oi, oi, Harry Maguire. We don't need you. We got Soyuncu. His cock's fucking massive.
Brilliant. Have you seen that video of Maguire? It's just a short clip for that for the goal.
Yeah,
for Daka's goal, and he's just like he's just looking around in like space, like what's going on? Am I meant to be defending this corner?
He had a shocker, didn't he, Maguire?
What the piss going on? 80
he
million.
Lost the ball for collecting.
Yeah. And do you know that's not that's about the third or fourth time this season he's done that.
Too complacent on the ball.
Shocking, unbelievable. I tell you, who was it? Come on, Twitter about Bailly. Bailly is United's second best centre half, and it's not after Maguire; it's after Varane. I tell you, Maguire's shaky. I mean, where's Phil Jones? Get Phil Jones out there.
Hey, what about Evans? He was at United, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What a player!
I mean, yeah.
He just comes back in, we back to business again when he's in the team.
Yeah,
played brilliant. He settled started the Vardy goal after they equalised. I think it was the Vardy. Yeah, just got the ball to centre half, pinged it down the left wing to Castagna.
Yeah.
Oh, what a goal that was! Straight after they scored.
Yeah,
it's good.
Leicester needed that win.
Mm.
Obviously, Rashford came back. He got a goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good to see him on score sheet.
He always scores against Leicester.
He's just United are in dismay. Are they going to get rid of Solskjaer? I can't see it.
No, probably leaving for the Liverpool game. I think it's just, like you say, he'll probably go back to defensive role next game. Two defensive midfielders.
Well, he knows he can't lose that game, surely.
Yeah, he normally keeps it quite tight against the bigger sides, especially Liverpool. He won't want to lose that one. He'll be happy with a 1-1 or a 0-0, I think.
Usually is a 0-0, isn't it, against Liverpool?
It is quite often, yeah. They managed to grind it out.
Salah's on fire now. So
I'll put it out here now, though. It would not surprise me, and it probably will happen. United will beat Liverpool.
Do you reckon? Another prediction.
Honestly, sometimes it's when it's written. It's like because we've just sat here and slag United off like this. They're dead and buried, and all United fans are all on back of Ollie. It's written for him to go and get a massive result against Liverpool.
How many beers have you had?
They've got the talent. They've got the talent there. They're not using it properly. I don't know what's going on, but it wouldn't surprise me. Would it surprise you?
No, actually. And if it keeps Ollie in the job for a bit longer, I'll be happy.
Just take one. We'll lose them 3 points just for the long haul. But yeah. Anyway, Fergie's Apprentice. Touching on your top 3 players for next month. 1, 2, 3 for me. Cancelo, just for my team as well, because obviously I've already got De Bruyne. Otherwise, De Bruyne will be up here on number 1. But Cancelo is number 1 for me. I'm going to try and work him into my team. Foden, big danger if he keeps getting minutes for City. He's looked brilliant last few games. And the real goal, Vardy, he's definitely on my radar now. Leicester have a good run of fixtures. And I think that's a springboard that United result through Leicester.
Yeah.
They're a better team than what they've been showing. And it's not just because we sit on here with a Leicester fan. It's nothing to do with that. It's just they're a better side than what they've been showing Leicester. So, and Vardy, he's just brilliant. Isn't he?
I tell you what, why Leicester won. It's because I took all the Leicester players out of my dream teams.
That's it. Got them all out, and that's
got
it.
Them all out. I got them out this week.
Got rid of the hoodoo.
Got rid of the hoodoo. I don't know why it is. Every season, I don't pick them, and then this season I picked Leicester players, and they were crap.
Quickly changed now, mate.
Now they've gone to three at the back with Kelechi up front with Vardy. Look a lot better. Castagna on the left side, Ricardo on the right.
Bruyne's on the bench.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Didn't even need him.
I know. Crazy.
Would I bring in another Liverpool player with Salah? I probably wouldn't. Just because I like to have my forwards players taking penalties, usually. So looking at that stat, I looked at the stats, and Vardy is on 53 points. He's got 7 goals. Only 19% owned. It's on fire at the minute. Scoring every game, I think, for the last few games now.
Yeah.
And obviously Harry Kane, Tony's mate.
Yeah.
70 points so far. 3-star man, 7 goals, 1 assist. Penalties is on there as well. And the other one I thought was quite a decent one is Antonio. 56 points, 6 goals, 1-star man, 4 assists. And I think he's on penalties, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he took the last one. I think he missed it though, didn't he? Missed it and scored the rebound.
That's
A
right.
few weeks ago that was. So, yeah. Obviously, Firmino is 3.8 million now. It's very cheap. 1.1% owned. Obviously, got a hat-trick the weekend. Six goals now. But will he play like every game? Especially with Jota there hanging about. I can't see him playing every game, so it's a tough one. Mane will play every game, but 5.6 million is a lot of money. Like you say, you can go to Vardy for 4.2, and you know he's the main man at Leicester. Iheanacho's 4.2 as well. But yeah, I'd probably still go Vardy over Iheanacho at the moment.
Good shout, Ben, that.
Yeah. And Son, 5.1 million, but if you can afford Kane, I'd rather have Kane than Son, but it's a big jump. It's 2.6 million, 2.5 million jump to Kane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Son's not bad. 4 goals, 3 assists, 1-star man, and 13% owned. So yeah, they're my thoughts of that. 3 players for my team on here. I need to sort my defence out, so I'd be getting Cancelo in, Azpilicueta and Mendy. So, yeah.
They're the ones on the watch list.
They're the priority at the moment, but you know it could all change by November.
Yeah, like you say, because people drop out of form, injuries and other stuff. You have to start tidying other bits up. But
one thing that's worth mentioning, as I've been thinking about, is Edison is 3.8 million at the moment.
Yeah, which is
he's going to go up in price. I don't think Edison will be 3.8 million again this season. So if you want extra Man City coverage at the back and you want to upgrade your goalkeeper, I think now is the time to get Edison if you can afford him.
I mean, if you've got the subs now, so he's going to hold. Stefan played at the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did. So he won't. He won't go
Edison,
up, will he? So you've got a
Edison
bit
will
longer.
play midweek though, won't he?
Probably, yeah. In fact, he's already in Spain. Is it where they're going? I think.
Right. So
they flew like they did with some of the Liverpool players. They flew them rather than come back to the UK. They flew them straight to where they're playing Champions League. It makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, the Man City goalie actually got 7 rating this week. Usually Edison only gets 5.
And that's against Burnley as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, had quite a few decent chances, Burnley, to nick a goal. Didn't see it like, but yeah. Right, we'll jump on to the next one. Mike has been on with Ronaldo and Lukaku blanking. Is it time to bring in Son or Kane in the next transfer refresh in order to capitalise on Spurs' good fixture run? Ben, you're Kane's mate and you're banging drum for Kane, so I think you should touch on this first. Would you be switching either of them out for him?
I probably, if I had loads of transfers, it's probably worth doing the Ronaldo to Kane before Thursday. Well, depending on if Ronaldo bangs on in midweek versus Atalanta, then maybe not. But at the moment, I can't see him getting any chances. They're not seeming to be making many chances for him.
Yeah.
And say Tottenham ain't the most attacking team, but the fixtures are brilliant. They've got Vitesse next, and then West Ham, Burnley, Man United. I say they're not brilliant, not that great, but they're better than Man United's per se. Like Liverpool, Tottenham, Atalanta, Man City. That's horrible fixtures. So it's tempting. I'd definitely be thinking about doing it.
Spurs v United, that's two teams in turmoil, isn't it? What's Mourinho done to them? He's like just leaving a trail of destruction through the English league. Just, it's like a poison, isn't it?
Did you see it being linked to the Newcastle job?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd touch him, would he? Surely his reputation now, he's not the manager he was. He'll bring in a certain type of player, but I don't think they should go for him. But I did see he was linked with him. It did make me laugh. But apparently he's happy at Roma, so we'll see.
Loving the sunshine, apparently.
Oh, did you see that Mane got his 100th goal this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the third player to reach 100 goals without scoring a penalty. Wow. Can you name the other two players that scored 100 goals without scoring a penalty?
Premier League goals?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wow. That's a good question, that. Obviously we're going to have to think about that. Sat here for 5 minutes. Hold on, everybody. We're just going to have a think about it. But yeah, I'll leave that on my brain for in between questions and stuff.
First African player to do it as well. The other two African players that have scored 100 goals is Drogba and Salah.
Yeah.
But they both had penalties.
Yeah.
Good question.
Come back to me with the answer to the other one.
Okay. Will do. And it won't be via Google either. I like racking my brains to try and think of these. Right, on to the next one. FF Thinker. That's me. Am I mad for keeping Ulder Traore with his guaranteed 3 points each time he plays? He's struggling to fit 11 European players in his team, so he seems decent enough 11th man for now. Traore, I mean, when he plays, he gets a 3 points guaranteed, doesn't he? But over the last couple of weeks, his place hasn't been as nailed. So we're struggling. It's a tricky question, mate, because obviously, as a placeholder, Traore plays, he gets 3 points guaranteed. If he doesn't, and yeah, what do you reckon, James? Would you have Traore over? I know the last couple of pods we've been banging the Bernardo Silva drum.
Yeah,
and Silva's probably open to a little bit of rotation as well. He's just been playing so well over the last few weeks, and he's been scoring goals. He's got a bit of end product, hasn't he?
He has. I've actually taken Traore out of all but one of my sides and replaced him with Bernardo Silva. So, unfortunately, not in my Dream Team Tonic side, as I tend to take a few more risks in some of my other sides, and they're doing better. So maybe I'm a bit too cautious with my Dream Team Tonic side.
Is that because we're all going to come on here and scrutinise your team?
Well, possibly. I might be suffering from the the podcaster pressure. Um, not doing particularly well, the Dream Team Tonic side. Getting better though, and I
Yeah.
think it's better set up. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, Traore's the same price as Bernardo Silva. If you're going to do it this week
Yeah.
before. Well, do it before Thursday, late Thursday night or something, because on Friday morning, Bernardo Silva's going to go up in price, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Um, I I thought that was Bernardo Silva's first goal in about 20 games. Maybe that was just
No,
Premier League.
scored against Leicester a few weeks ago.
Who did he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
yeah,
star man in that game as well.
he's doing all right, isn't he? So
Yeah.
for that price, you can't expect a lot, and
Yeah.
I would prefer him over Traore. So I think that's an easy switch. There's not many other options.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to look at it this way: if if Bernardo Silva is rotated, he's being rotated with European games as well. So he's probably playing the same amount of games, even rotated, as Traore would play if Traore played every game.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
I seen a stat that he was like the second highest minutes played in the City team after
After
Grealish.
Grealish, yeah. That's because of how well he's played.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
It was looking like he might have been one that we used a little bit as they were going to kick him out this summer.
Yeah.
But he's played so well. Like, he's just looked brilliant. So he deserves everything that comes his way. And
He's got a much higher ceiling, certainly on current form than Traore as well. I mean, Traore he might be getting his threes, but Bernardo
he
Silva got
can't
13.
finish his dinner, can he?
No, he can't. And Bernardo Silva got 13 points this year. So how many? If you divide 13 by 3, that's a lot of games.
Yeah.
If you take my point, so yeah,
And take obviously Wolves not playing European games.
yeah,
It spreads it even
exactly.
more thinly. It's So thinker, if you have got subs, do you know what I mean? Make that sub now. Listening to this pod, just do it now. Traore to Silva. You won't regret it, surely not.
Yeah. I've brought Embuemo in one team, ready for the fixtures coming up. I've got a really good run of games, but obviously no European games. It's one of my lower teams.
Yeah.
So just put him in for a gamble. I'm going to be bringing him in FPL this week as well. I think.
Could have had a couple, couldn't he, against Chelsea?
Twice.
Yeah.
It's
a shame that they don't give you points for hitting the bar, isn't it? Because
it doesn't count It doesn't count as a shot on target, does it? If you hit the bar?
No, it doesn't. No. Annoyingly,
No.
Six times he's hit the bar this season. The next nearest player is on one hit the bar. Would you believe it?
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got 3 goals and a star man so far. So
Rumour has it he's been to the Adama finishing school.
yeah, but at least he's hitting the post. He's not shooting into Rose Ed like Adama. Hey, what about my boy last week? I called it I can't even say his name.
Højbjerg.
He got an assist today.
Yeah.
It did. Lovely ball for Kane. Nice finish.
He's actually on the same points as Bernardo Silva, 34 points now. 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 star man. He's only in 1.2% teams overall. He seems to be playing a bit further forward now. Ollie Skips in the side. He's not playing the anchor role.
Yeah, he's playing with a 2 in front anyway, and Ndombele and Højbjerg, which he's a good enough player for that. Like I say, he does it for Denmark, doesn't he? And he's got that in his locker, an assist, a goal. One to watch.
Another
definitely.
thing I've noticed as well, the Liverpool midfielders are very cheap at the moment. With all the injuries they've got now. Milner's playing. He played and he got an assist, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's only 1.3 million at the minute. But I'll ask you, James. What's his chances of playing a bit more often?
I think Milner's always got a reasonable amount of minutes. He will definitely get rotated.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Curtis Jones is out for, to be honest. I've not heard an update on that one yet. I know he got a slight calf strain or something like that playing for the under-21s. Because he was, as we discussed in a few previous pods, he was a potential good option. 2.5 million. I wouldn't go to Milner personally because you're stuck with him then, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
if you use those funds for elsewhere, you can never replace him, and I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's a real stretch. I mean, if
Yeah.
we were joking the other day, Sissoko's 0.8 million, isn't he, in the game?
Yeah.
If you want a cheapie, he's not going to score you any points, but you can use funds elsewhere. Then, I mean, I don't think we all agreed we wouldn't do it, but it possibly might work if you pick the right players. That's the ultimate enabler, I suppose, in a sense. But he's not going to get you any points, is he?
Curtis Jones is apparently out till the 24th, which is the Porto game.
It's not long then.
It's 2 weeks.
You'd expect him straight back in team, wouldn't you?
Well,
Milner's
I
knocking
don't
on
think,
now, and he holds Milner.
Thiago's not far off. That's the thing. I think Thiago might be back the next game. Klopp said he was close. So
Milner's literally a cover, isn't he? He's a cover for midfield. He's a cover for full-back positions.
yeah,
He's a bloody good player. He's been a bloody good servant as well, Milner. Been around the block.
I can see him going back to Leeds at some point.
I mean,
Next
he's fit as a
season.
fiddle, isn't he?
Hey?
I mean, he's not got no pace,
Yeah.
Milner, but he's fit as a fiddle.
Hey, I've just looked at his stats there. He's got 2 assists in his last 3 games. He's
It's
played
not
in
bad,
the
is
last
it?
3 games as well. Obviously, City played in between.
Yeah.
So he might go up in price.
yeah.
But
No, it's not a disastrous option. It's just
No.
not the best option, I think. Yeah.
Right, we'll jump on to Ashley. Quick one here. What can I do with no transfers? Well, you sit and pray, don't you, Ashley? Literally, there's not much you can do, mate. Just watch your team perform or self-destruct in front of your eyes. Not much hope for you there, mate. And the next question, I mean, I think I said a crack pipe last week, didn't I? But I think that it's getting a little bit harder now. Footy Froggy. I'm going to read it out. Hi, guys. My question is, can I enter FPL? I'm classified as a goalie for my local Subbuteo Sunday League team as nothing gets past me. But I can play any position and I can blend in with the grass as no one sees me coming. And I only cost a £5. So, yeah, James.
Dear Froggy Frog, you've got to lay off the wacky backy, my friend. To be fair, Burnley might be in the market for a cheapy frog. They love a bargain at only a £5.
Yeah, they're struggling at Burnley, aren't they? Yeah, Footy Froggy. I mean, they're just interesting questions, aren't they?
I just love it. Keep them coming.
Yeah, why not? But yeah. Anyway, right, Kerry Jones. Which 3 players would you say are essential right now with the remainder of October and November in mind? Very, very similar to earlier. 3 players for the next month.
This is like an overall, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit different. Yeah.
So I suppose essential. Yeah, so it's not who we're looking at getting in. For me, no, for me, I think essential right now is you've got to be looking at Chelsea and Man City assets. Defensive assets definitely for Chelsea, and City obviously are a little bit more prolific going forward. I say KDB, you've got to get him in. Cancelo at the back, and then Chelsea defender would be my 3. About you, James?
Well, I'm gonna have the most boring answer ever, and of course say Salah's essential. And then I think one of Aspie, Rudy, and Christensen or Reece James, and one of Cancelo or Diaz, or more if you can. But that's I know that's a boring answer, but it sort of echoes what you're saying, Tony. Yeah, you've got to have some Man City and Chelsea defenders in there, and obviously Salah is do not drop him. He's on the form of his life.
Yeah.
I say one thing I will touch on, just sorry before you answer it, Ben, is you said Christensen there. How he played alongside Langsar and Chalobah against Brentford, who were a very good team going forward, tricky team going forward. How bloody good them young lads played was like to keep a clean sheet for Chelsea, and they were absolutely like they were banging on door for the last 20 minutes. It were unreal
Yeah.
to see it like that. But I mean, Chelsea are in safe hands there with them three, like defensively going forward to the next 10 years. They have got obviously Sarr and Chalobah being really young lads. Christensen, what is Christensen now, about 25?
About that, I think. Yeah.
About that age. They've got it nailed there. Really, really good performances from all three of them. Just in case you didn't see the Brentford Chelsea game, Brentford were unlucky not to score, but defensively, them three young lads stepped up to the mark. Anyway, Ben, essentials, mate.
Yeah, you didn't say what position, so I just gone
Yeah,
Salah, who's on fire. I won't take him out for anyone at the minute. Kevin De Bruyne, just brought him in for the fixtures, and I think he's the main man in midfield you need at the minute.
yeah.
And Lukaku, just because of the fixtures he's got, I think he'll bang a few goals in over that run, especially with what next. He's got Malmo, Norwich, Southampton, Newcastle, Malmo, then Burnley before the international break. So
Jesus.
I think they're the three essential for me.
Yeah, definitely a good shout. Obviously, I miss Salah because I think I must have been thinking he's just too obvious. Everyone's got Salah, haven't they? That's what I think. Anyway,
He is what everyone says that they hate saying essential at the minute. Salah for me, it's got to
yeah,
be in your team.
he's got to be. Got to be. You're going nowhere. To be fair,
Nailed.
he is completely nailed. It doesn't even matter about fixtures, right? Like that. You're not moving Salah. He's there. He's there to stay. Right, FPL now then, young man. Ian has been on. He has Shaw, Fernandes, and Ronaldo. Jesus. Not Jesus. I mean, Jesus Christ. They keep letting us down. Do you think Ole can turn United's season around, and are they worth holding on to after the Spurs game? Go on, I give it to you, Ben.
No, I'd be getting rid of definitely after watching the highlights of the Leicester United game. They're all over the place. Definitely get rid of them. But I'll be looking to get some bargains in December when the fixtures turn for United. They've got a lovely run of Palace, Young Boys, Norwich, Brentford. So definitely jump off now, and then there should be some cheapies coming up in December for us to jump on.
Be able to get Ronaldo at 5 million at this rate.
He might still pop up with a few goals, but
yeah,
yeah.
James.
I don't hold a lot of faith in Ollie's ability to turn it around, to be honest. I think the choice is easy at the moment as they're out of the Cup and they've got Liverpool and City in the next 5. Get rid.
Yeah, yeah, completely concur with that. It's tough times at United. They look disjointed, as I touched on earlier. I had a little bit of a rant about it. I can't see him turning it around. I think he's been given the tools, and he can't put them out there with a plan. Or they've got some bloody good players at United, especially attack wise. I just can't seem to muster something up. But yeah, I'd be rid. Ronaldo went over a week. Fernandes has gone out a lot of my teams as well. Shaw, Jesus Christ, I'm sure Shaw went like game week 2, game week 3. He were out. They're just dropping like flies. So yeah, I'll be rid.
And it's only a single game week next week, isn't it, for United, with them being out of the League Cup?
Yeah, there's that as well. So put it all together. I mean, it's Exodus. Get out while you can. Just try and protect a bit of your team value if you can do it before Thursday evening. Depending, obviously, the midweek result. FPL Hasbulla has been on. Will Chilwell get his star man points added? He didn't get the star man. Sarr got the star man. It's frustrating, but sometimes after the game, who scored do change the ratings, and Dream Team have a 15-minute cut-off point. So whatever the ratings are at 15 minutes after the game, that is what they stick with. So if who scored have updated them after that, which I think is looked like in the Chilwell case, Dream Team stick with whatever they've got then. So that's why Chilwell didn't get the star man and Sarr did. So hopefully that clears it up for you, Hasbulla. But yeah, a little bit frustrating, but that's the way it is. Paulo Ferreira has been on. Alonso, stick or twist? Nice simple question there. Ben?
Stick for now. See what happens in the Champions League if Alonso plays. Definitely. Well, there you go. On Saturday next week is the first fixture against Norwich. Chelsea are playing 12:30, so you'll see the lineups, and then you've got the option to do whatever you want. Then, if you want to chuck him out or keep him, but I think he'll get back in. What do you guys think?
Well, I've already twisted.
Have
So
you?
I've got rid of him in most of my sides where I could. I don't think I've got him in any sides now because I had some transfers spare. I went for a safer option. My gut feeling is he'd miss a game or two.
Yeah.
But I agree with Ben. If you haven't done it yet, then obviously wait now until you get to see the lineups and then make a decision.
Yeah.
The fixtures are so good though for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Just got to stick and hope that hopefully he plays. And like James did at the weekend, just Reece James coming on for the last few minutes for a clean sheet would be nice.
We're a bit in this situation with Rudiger, really, aren't we? Because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
If he's going to be playing or not.
It could be a long one. It could be a short one. We don't really know at the minute. So one of them. Well, at least we get to see the lineups.
Yeah.
And if you've got a spare transfer, if Alonso doesn't play this weekend, I'd probably move him out for someone who's probably more nailed. Like Christensen has done himself no harm with that performance at weekend. See him definitely keeping his place from now on, and he's probably the cheaper option out of like Rudiger and Azpilicueta. So yeah, he'd be one to make note. Obviously not a higher ceiling like Chilwell. Obviously, it depends. Whoever's playing left back for Chelsea just seems to be probably playing better than their centre forwards. Whoever's there like to score a goal, so they must just say whoever's left back has this free role in the team.
I think Chilwell's been watching videos on Alonso or something.
I think he has.
Yeah.
I think he's been watching him in training, watching videos. He's thinking, I'm going to be more Alonso. Be like Alonso. So he's, doing himself no harm. Paolo again, second question. Chelsea or City block? I'm guessing he's saying if you had to choose one, which way would you sway for this next couple of months? Go on, James.
Well, before this game week, I don't know what the latest stats are. I looked at the stats, and City's defence was the best in the league. So if I had to choose, I would go City block, definitely.
Yeah, looking solid City. Ben?
Tricky one, really. It depends what players you've got. Like, if you want, I don't know, but yeah, if you've got like Chelsea players already, you want to go with Chelsea, and if you've got City players already, you go with City. But if
Go
I
on,
had
then.
to
Right, so I'll put it to you then.
yeah, I was about to say
You've got 0 players.
Yeah.
You're just throwing in 4 or 5.
You've
So
got
4 and a keeper. Are you doing Chelsea or City?
Chelsea
for the
me.
next couple of months. Chelsea.
The fixtures are just amazing.
Yeah,
I think there's lots of clean sheets in there. City've got good run of games, but they've got a couple of tricky ones as well. So United and West Ham in there.
United.
Yeah, Man United's in there. I know you mean, but
I know.
But they do score goals, don't they?
Yeah. They've got Ronaldo up front, haven't they? So got some decent players going forward.
And Bruges aren't a bad team. Like They got a draw with PSG and they beat Red Bull's Leipzig in the Champions League so far. So got 4 points from that.
Pretty solid.
You'd think they should, but on paper you'd think, they'll smash them. They probably will do, but
Yeah.
it's not that.
Well,
I just think Chelsea's fixtures are nicer. That's all.
Bruges have got Mignolet in goal though.
Yeah, you're an ex-Liverpool keeper.
Yeah.
He was good at Sunderland until he went to Liverpool.
He was. They paid big money back then, about 13 million for him.
He's not that bad, is he? He's just not
decent.
top draw. That's all.
Decent keeps.
Karius is back at. Where's he back at Liverpool now? Karius.
No, he's. I think he's gone now. Yeah,
I mean, he's not allowed back at Liverpool,
though,
is he?
He came back briefly in the summer, and now he's been shipped out. I think he was in Turkey.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's gone now. I don't care either.
Oh, Jesus.
Brutal.
Still not over it. Push to do it. I'd go with City. I would. Yeah. Cancelo, Diaz. I would. I'd go with City if it were my choice between the two. Really, half and half, 3 and 2 would be nice, but yeah, push to it. I'd go for City. Connor, can you tell your son? Can you tell your son to get a goal Wednesday night, Tony? 0 points isn't good enough. Think it's time for the naughty step. So, my son Mason, he's
Mason.
I mean, he did get the full game, did he? Come on as a sub.
Bench,
yeah.
And he come on while Chelsea were under cosh, to be fair. Probably come on to link a bit more up, and they've missed him. They've definitely missed him, Chelsea. Him and as well as Havertz as well. I think switching to Werner and Lukaku as the two up top hasn't really done them much favours. Although Werner's looked pretty good. Mount is pretty integral to that Chelsea side and that link up. Yeah, I'll sort it out, mate. Don't worry. I'll be on to him this week. I'm sure he'll get a goal in midweek for you. Right. Here we go. So support for the Dream Team Tonic podcast this week is brought to you by Manscaped, the best below-the-waist grooming champions in the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family's jewels. Imagine shaving, lads, with a sleek, well-designed and optimised trimmer that makes shaving time your favourite time in the bathroom. Can you imagine that? James, you're laughing, mate.
I can imagine that, mate. I've tried it. It's good.
Oh, good. I mean, I'll tell you what, right? We got sent this product, and I mean, it is the dog's bollocks, I must say. It come in a fancy thing. When I first opened it, I was like, wow, this is premium. This is premium.
It's a nice box, isn't it?
A very nice box.
Well
Comes
presented.
with all you need. All you need. A lawnmower 4.0. No nicks. No danger. No danger here. I mean, this is top of the range, this. This little pocket rocket has everything you need. It's got a 4,000K LED spotlight. It's got advanced skin-safe technology to stop yourself nicking or any accidents. It's got wireless charging. It's waterproof, and it's got guards with sizes 1 to 4. What more do you want from this little diamond of a device? So stop shaving your nuts with your face razor and get invested in one of these. You will not be disappointed. Have you used it, Ben?
I have, mate. It's good. It's good. I use the highest grade.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first, all over, highest grade. Then I got the old Roy Cropper out.
Good lad.
You know, the bull cropper preserver.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Splash of that on there.
Splash that on.
So a bit of crop preserver on there, and nice and fresh, Ben.
Yeah, they feel amazing, mate.
Brilliant. Pretty sleek, pretty smooth.
Did you go for a Brazilian?
All the way, mate. All the way. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I can vouch for its safety. And coming up to Christmas, if obviously, it is very, very, very well packaged. Very obviously the wireless charging, the docking station. You've got the ball preserver. You've got the crop reviver. A bit of ball toner on there. There's some very handy stuff here. All in a nice bag. Pair of boxers. Probably the sleekest, smoothest boxers I've ever worn. Lovely. All in a nice package. And coming up to Christmas, I mean, this is a no-brainer to buy somebody. So if you know somebody who likes to escape their manhood or needs to escape their manhood, do you know what I mean? If you want to give them a bit of a nudge to get them to go that way, this is definitely the tool for you. Yeah, it's time to get your own ball, hair, and body trimmer. As well, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Tonic at manscaped.com. If you want your balls to look a little bit more like John and Joe Shelby, then go get yourself a lawnmower 4.0 because definitely does the trick. The presentation's first class as well, and it's safe, as I can vouch for. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code Tonic at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped, and you'll be shocked at the amount of times I balls that up. There we go.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, on with the show. We've got the T-shirt promo winner. Finally, after five attempts, we finally got it given away. We thought we might have jinxed Salah, but we didn't. He just pulled out an absolute worldie. So the winner of the T-shirt giveaway is Mark Barnes, a United fan. He works at security at United, so he'll be thankful to Salah. So we've dropped him a message.
He'll get a thank him next week.
What's that, mate?
He'll get a thank him next week, won't he?
Well, he will when he's running over to corner flag celebrating his hat-trick. Maybe. Anyway, but yeah, fair play. Well done, Mark. And we'll get that shirt sorted for you. Well done. And everybody else, get subscribed. Make sure you're in on these giveaways. A couple more to come. So, yeah, make sure you're keeping an eye out for the tweets and getting yourself involved. Mini League Top 10. James, your honours this week, mate.
Okay, mate.
Got to read.
So in joint ninth, we have Andrew Pilgrim and Peter Corley. In eighth, we've got Niles Koopman. In joint sixth, we've got Mick Byram. He's always on there, isn't he? He won the Dream Team a couple of years ago. In joint sixth with Jonathan Perrott. In fifth, we've got Matthew Westwood. Fourth, we've got Peter Crawley again, so he's got 2 in the top 10. Third, we've got Andrew Barnett. Second, Alex Cole. And first, Jonathan Perrott.
2 in the top 6 for Perrott. Still
Yes,
at the top. Yeah. Fair play, mate. Good score, 554.
Nice one. Yeah.
Monster score. Differential league. Did have up earlier. Not much change in the score so far. Foden for the community has got 8 points this month. Rudiger for Fergie, 0. Yotta for James, -1. Ben Azpilicueta has done alright, a few 10 so far. And Mahrez has got 3 for me. So it's just a little bit of an update on the differential league so far this month. If you've not been across to the website, get across to the website to read Connor's Dream Team blogs, Ream's FPL blogs. If you've not give Louis and Max a listen on the FPL Reaction podcast, do give that a listen. Do some good work over there. Reese and Steve with the Sky Fancy Football blogs on the site. And Mike does a cracking fan team blog. A must read if you play that game. We've obviously got more football shirt giveaways coming in association with Shirt Loot Box. So make sure you're subscribed and keep an eye out for the tweets. Anything else to add, chaps?
Only that we didn't answer Ben's quiz question.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure who it might be. I'll hazard a guess, and I'll go. Oh, who am I going to go with? Jermaine Defoe.
Do you know what? He's the one who come to mind. But what about Robbie Keane? For God's sake. It's hard to pick goal scorers that don't actually take the penalties, isn't it?
Dwight York.
Peter Crouch. For God's sake.
Ryan Giggs.
Oh,
Emil Heskey.
Yes.
Yes, get in.
The big
Of course
S.
it's bloody Emil Heskey. It's a Leicester, it's a
100
Leicester player.
110 goals.
wow. Right, so I'm thinking, a big donkey.
And
Another
Formula
one.
One.
You say two?
Yeah, there's two, yeah.
Oh, God.
This fella is not a donkey. Top striker.
Sheringham. Oh, for God's sake.
I'll stop doing that now. It's a bit annoying. Our survey says...
Oh.
Trying to think. Go on, give us a clue. Drive us towards it.
Should I tell you what teams he played for?
Yeah, tell us. Yeah.
QPR, Bolton.
Les Ferdinand.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to go a bit more obscure there. We're going to go like Tottenham, Newcastle, Leicester.
Big Les.
Yeah, big lads. 149 goals. None of them penalties.
Yeah, wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Obviously played alongside Shearer at one point, so Shearer was always going to take them. QPR, I don't know. It's a long time ago, wasn't it?
It'd be interesting that if you start removing penalties scored from some of the top players.
Yeah.
And see now like Les Ferdinand and the likes rack up against them. Be interesting.
He used to score a few free kicks. Like I remember him seeing score free kicks, but no penalties apparently.
It's worth noting that stat recording didn't start till the Premier League, did it? No, I'm joking. You always get these Premier League stats and you forget. That some of these players were around a little bit before the Premier League started, but they don't count those stats because it wasn't Premier League. I don't know. That annoys me, to be honest. But then I'm an old fart, so.
Alan Brazil, I was listening to TalkSport the other day, and they started talking about someone's stats. He was reading out the stats. He was like, "Oh, such and such goals, such and such assists," and then he was like, "Oh, I don't count assists, me assists, like that." Because he's old school, isn't he? They didn't count assists back in the day. It was just all about goals.
So in the American, was it the MLS? They now count assisting the assister. Did you know that?
God.
And everyone's like, please don't bring that into fantasy football.
They do that in some games, don't they? I think it's contributions, it's called.
Yeah, so in Telegraph...
Goal contributions.
It used to have key contribution, but they got rid of it now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this season.
Tough one to police, that, isn't it?
Yeah, because sometimes, the player does like amazing work with the ball, does like a run with the ball, and then he crosses it, and then say the right back's done this massive run down the wing, crosses it, and then say Sterling passes it on to Aguero or whatever at the time, and he scored a goal. Then Sterling gets the assist, and he's only just tapped the ball along.
Yeah,
the other fella's done all the work.
Before,
Yeah.
It's true.
Silva was back like David Silva was one of them players that used to do all the work for Man City, and then he wouldn't get the
slide someone through, and then they square.
Yeah.
Well, I believe have you heard people say it's the Luka Modric's role? He was the classic assister, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great player. Cracking player. There you are then.
By the way, after you suggested that I should watch Squid Game again, I got it on and I completed it, mate.
Happy days. Happy days. I've been told not to delve into the world of film critique any longer, but I'll give you another one. You, if you've never watched You, that's a cracking series on Netflix. But yeah,
take a look.
Definitely. If you like creepy psychopaths and all that kind of jazz. It's definitely up your street. But yeah, enjoyed having your company again, lads, as always. Keep on scaping.
Will do, mate. Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
See you later.